the clock, so we'll talk about that later.
All right, so the Bulldogs will have the football at the 45 of Washington, moving from left to right. Ball on the near side, hash mark, and Banks takes the shotgun snap. Wants to throw deep down the middle as an open receiver. Van Duzer has it inside the 10, twisting around and then racing into the end zone for the Martinsburg Bulldog touchdown. 45 yards on the scoring strike.
Well, it just looked like there was not even a timeout for Martinsburg. It just came right out and throw a bomb down the field for the touchdown. I mean, he had his choice that time. He could have thrown that one either there, or he could have thrown it very easily to one of the other wide receivers, because there were two guys behind the defense of Washington to make it a 41-0 score with the extra point coming up.
The Dogs have now scored on 3 consecutive plays. There is the snap and the extra point kick, up and good for Chris Catlett. He remains perfect on the season. Let's take another timeout. 5:38 remaining in our first half, and Martinsburg in front now 42-0. The scoring drive summary, a service of 61st District Delegate Jason Barrett. Trusted leadership, real solutions. One play, 45 yards. Took just 9 seconds. A 45-yard scoring pass from Elijah Banks to Matt Van Duzer. 8th touchdown pass on the season for Banks, his 2nd today. 3rd touchdown catch on the season for Van Duzer. And, well, make it 4, because that's his 2nd today. So he's now got 4 receiving touchdowns on the year. Catlett approaches, football on the tee at the 40 to our left along the near side hash mark. Low line drive kick taken to the 10-yard line. Return man up across the 15, heading far side of the field to the 20. Got out to about the 25 and driven down there. Penalty markers down on the play also. That's Jerry Parks, the 5'10 senior, on that return.
It's going to be holding against Washington. I saw it was actually a tackle. They call it a holding, but it was actually a takedown. So that's going to back them up another half the distance.
And that is definitely not a penalty that they needed. They would have had the ball out at about the 25, and instead they're going to be moved back to their own 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Just their 2nd penalty for 15 yards. See what the Patriots can do with this possession. 5:27 to play in the half, and in their prior 5 possessions have had to punt each time and have mustered up just the 1 first down on a roughing the passer penalty back in their 3rd possession. Out of the shotgun, looks like Amore back in there, a quarterback throwing deep along the near side, and almost caught by David Ragumbe out at the 40-yard line. Had a step on the defensive back, Michael Boite. That pass actually just a little behind the receiver as well, so Boite had no chance to try to turn around and get to it, and Ragumbe really frustrated that he didn't bring that one in.
Yeah, it was the pass was actually just a hair short. Another yard. It would have been a great reception, a great throw. But one of the things that they found that I think they can do is they got to get it out quick, and that was a good example right now. It's just a fly up the field. Now you got to look for some quick slants and some stop patterns, something quick.
Pistol formation, Amore taking that snap and then quickly flushed from the pocket and sacked on the play by the blitzing linebacker as Aaron Pearson gets to him inside the 5. Looks like they're going to mark it down close to the 3. Oh, boy, that's a loss of 12.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance that time. I mean, he wanted to set up and throw, and as soon as he caught the football and got his feet set, he had to try to avoid the defender, and just wasn't able to do it.
It'll bring up third down and about 22 yards to go from their own 3-yard line. A very dangerous place. 2 receivers each way, a back to the right of the quarterback. He throws it deep along this near side, and the pass is incomplete again. Trying to get that one to Ragumbe, guarded by Michael Boite, and the pass overthrown by several yards, incomplete.
Well, the only thing you can hope there for basically is maybe a pass interference, a big hope and prayer in that situation, but didn't occur. Martinsburg just able to back off a little bit and allow that pass to fall errant to the ground. 4 minutes and 32 seconds to go here in the first half. 42-0. Martinsburg leads it. And bar something crazy, they're going to get great field position again.
Be surprised if they don't get to this one because there's not a lot of room for the punter. As Amore, who serves as the quarterback, also serves as the punter.
And keep an eye on Barrett.
There is the snap, and nope, they let him get it out of there. They didn't rush it. They were going to be content to see where the punt would go, and it comes off the side of his foot to the near sideline and bounces out of bounds, and looks like they'll spot it at the 21-yard line, and that punt will cover about 18 yards.
Wow.
4:23 to play in our first half. All Martinsburg in this one, and again, a very short field for that Washington defense to try to stop Martinsburg from getting in the end zone. 4:23 on the clock as Martinsburg comes from the sideline straight to the football in front, 42-0. From the 21 with a back to the left of the quarterback. Banks takes that snap, hands it off, and Trey Sign gets met right as he took that handoff and taken down on the play for a loss. Nice job by one of the linebackers, and that's Jace Bradbury, who met him in the hole for the stop. It'll be a loss of a yard back to the 22, and that is, as I look back through my records, the first negative yardage play in this game for Martinsburg. 2nd down and 11. There is the snap and the handoff again to Sign. Started left, sees an opening, cuts back up the middle and gets down inside the 10 and the 5 and dragged down from behind at about the 2-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20 yards.
Well, just a nice job by the offensive line. They just simply opening up holes, and Washington just not able to stop any one thing at all. They just simply are able to maybe hang on if possible.
1st down and goal to go from the 2-yard line, and the Bulldogs bring in that heavy formation with 2 fullbacks off to the left. The handoff to Sign follows those blockers off the left side of the line and into the end zone for the Martinsburg Bulldog touchdown. Sign takes it in for his 2nd rushing touchdown today. He's up to 7 carries for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. His first 2 rushing touchdowns on the year. He had a 3-yarder in an earlier possession. Extra point attempt to come for Catlett. There comes the snap back. Trenton Sherman has it. Oh, it's a little high, goes through his hands. He drops it, picks it up, yells fire, rolling here to the near side, throws towards the back of the end zone, and incomplete. Looked like Asa Kramer-Gaskins back there.
But we're going to have a roughing the passer on the extra point against Washington, so we shall see it again.
So the roughing the passer for the hit that was put on Sherman after he let that pass go. So that penalty would be half the distance to the goal, which would move it from the 3 down to the 1.5-yard line. And Martinsburg will get to try again, and I think they'll go ahead and try for the single-point conversion. So Catlett will now kick this one instead of from the 10, from just about the 8-yard line. Believe it or not, that's a slightly different angle that could make it challenging. Pearson will get the snap back. Trenton Sherman is ready. There it comes, and the placement, the kick on the way. Kind of partially a low blocked line drive. Yeah, partially blocked, and that one is no good. And for the first time this season, Chris Catlett does not get the extra point conversion. We've got Musselman 7, Morgantown nothing at the half is the last report that we have there. Coming up at the half, Matt Crawford will have scores and more from back at the studio. Let's take a 30-second break with 3:08 to play in the first half here in Martinsburg, leading Washington 48-0. Scoring drive summary for the Bulldogs is being brought to you by 61st District Delegate Jason Barrett. Trusted leadership, real solutions. 3 plays, 21 yards, a minute and 15 seconds. A 2-yard touchdown run for Trey Sign. Martinsburg out in front 48-0 as the extra point conversion attempt failed. Kick for Catlett, high and short along the near side, taken on the run at the 16-yard line. The return man down the near sideline across the 40-yard line out to the midfield stripe where Catlett, the kicker, is able to wrap him up and bring him down. That was Jerry Parks on the return. Got a nice opening as he came to his left and outside the numbers towards the sideline. He went down this near sideline into Bulldog territory to the 48.
Well, Washington finally gets something to yell about. I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for that tackle, that would have been 6 points. That was a touchdown-saving tackle. So good return with 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go here in the first half. 48-0, Martinsburg leads it. Now Washington's just got to be a little bit patient and try to put together 2 or 3 plays and get a legitimate first down. They haven't gotten a first down other than the 1 first down on the penalty.
First time they'll snap the football in Bulldog territory. Quarterback has a back to his right side. 3 receivers that way as well. There is the snap back to Amore. He's got some time this time, throwing back across the grain to the near side and overshoots the intended target. He was blanketed, however, on the play. That's Austin Miller, who they tried to get it to, but you had Michael Boiteng in front and the safety Matt Van Duser behind him.
Yeah, that would have been a tough pass to complete across the middle. He's rolling to his right, throwing back across to his left side.
2nd down and 10 coming after the pass incompletion from the Martinsburg 48. Washington football and trailing 48-0. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Ball along the near side, hash mark as they move from right to left. Lifting his leg, the back end motion goes to the far side as the snap comes back and the pass along the near side intended for Ragumbe but incomplete. The Washington faithful hoping to get a pass interference penalty, but that was very good coverage by Naeem Kearney, who was with him stride for stride.
Yeah, Kearney did a great job. There's nothing more you can ask, and you hear some of the fans yelling for an interference, and that wasn't even close. That was a great play. 5'8", he did a really good job.
So 3rd down and 10, and Vic, here we go again. Ready, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 14. They got that on a roughing the passer. Then 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 22, and here is another 3rd and 10. They're just 1 of 7 on prior 3rd down conversion attempts. Back to the left of the quarterback, there is the snap. Amore's got it, has some time, now flush from the pocket, rolling here to the near side, going to run for it and goes out of bounds. It should be Bryce Morris getting credit for the tackle. The stop will come at the Bulldog 4.